Stop number 8 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to the Brushy Mountains of North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Down in Junior Johnson's country, I might add, too. As we are here today for the running of the First Union 400s, we're set for 60 laps of racing here today. We had a bang 'em up wreck fest at the bang 'em up wreck 'em up race at Bristol. Seems like, you know, which the last race on the tour. We expect things to be a little bit more calmer, hopefully, here at North Wilkesboro Speedway as we get some further action here today. And here's the starting lineup for today's running event. On the pole is Jessica Shelton, number 17, the Lyco Chevrolet, her second pole of the season. She'll be alongside number 27. It is Jessie Turner in the Castrol GTX Chevrolet. Row 2 has two-time winner of the season, Kyle Matthews in the DuPont Chevrolet car number 24, a 1999 Monte Carlo. He'll be alongside Cole Deaver, the Oreo Chevrolet, number 3. Third row is Keith Batson in 32 and 22. Johnny Gardner has starts alongside. Fourth row has two of the Sanford siblings, Charles in 29 in the Sonic car, and Gene in 21, both of them carrying car cameras in today's event. And by the way, Kyle Matthews has her third camera in today's event as well. Fourth row has Levi McIntyre, who won at Richmond this season in the Fast and All 4 car 60. And number 39, Zachary Fitzwater in a Mobile One Dodge. He won the last race in the tour at Bristol. Sixth row is Carter Friesen in car 36, and number 8, Rob Evans, starts alongside Pontiac and Chevrolet. Next row down is Quentin Moore in 89, and car number 9 is Kat Bassett sitting alongside. Next row down, Matt McIntyre in car 37, and number 45, Mike Becker. Next one down has car number 2, Dylan Young in the AC Delco Chevrolet, and Joshua Collard in 43. Next one down has the Texas winner, Chris Dollarton in the Stacker 2 Chevy, car 23, and number 33, Joshua Osborne in the Jimmy John's Chevy. Next one down is Eli Bright in car 15, the Oakwood Home Chevy, and Trey Wright in the Goulds Pump Chevrolet, car number 34. Next one down is Jay Jefferson in 88 and number 4, William Brock. Next one down is Nathan Hudson in car 38 and 63, Diego Yepes. Simon Bloomfield is inside the next row down, number 10, the Nesquik Chevrolet. And Benny Watson in the Toyota, in the Airstream Machine Toyota, car number 99. He won a season at Rockingham. Next one down is Zach Winkle in car number 7 and Dion Moon in number 87, pair of Chevrolets there. Next one down, Sky Cummins in 62, and Ashlyn Boyd in number 18. Next one down is James Henry in number 74, in the Penelope Chevy, and Bobby Frazier in car number 1 of the Yellow Transportation Dodge. Next one down has car number 66, Elijah Gordon in the Duraflame Dodge, and Vince Almarego in the Shell Pontiac, car number 44. Next one down is Benjamin Miles, who won at Darlington in number 14 Navy Chevrolet, and Ryan Brommer in the GMAC Chevrolet, car number 5. Next one down, Mitchell Collins in number 12, the Verizon Wireless Dodge, and Henry Sanford in 57, the Mountain Dew Chevy. And starting shotgun in the field will be Aiden Shepard in 00, the Aqua Fresh Pontiac. So, field about to get set for 60 laps of racing here in North Wilkesboro. And here comes the command to fire the engines for the First Union 400. Actually, it's ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. And unlike the last time she was the pole sitter, Jessica Shelton this time does get going this time. And unlike when she started from the pole at Darlington, but this time she gets to going here at North Wilkesboro. So, four of the top five drivers starting has not yet won a race this season. Kyle Matthews has won twice this season. He's the only one in the top 5 that has won a race this season. We'll see if either Jessica Shelton or Jessie Turner, Cole Deaver, Keith Benson, or any of those others can possibly pull it off. We'll see what happens here as the green flag flies and the First Union 400 is on. Chevrolet in the first 3 spots in qualifying, actually first 4 spots here. Keith Benson was the fastest non-Chevy product in the top 5. In 5th position in that Ford, as Jessica Shelton leads her first lap of the race as they come off turn number 2, as she pulls ahead of Jessie Turner just a little bit. Kyle Matthews following behind at 24 DuPont Chevy. That is a 1999 Monte Carlo he's driving. Shelton's car, a 1998 Monte Carlo. Side by side for several rows here. Matthews and Turner, and now Deaver and Batson go at it. 3 and 32 cars. Ford versus Chevrolet, and Jesse Turner's about to get engulfed in this battle as well as they come off corner number 4 here. On board with Charles Samper in car 29. Charles right now runs in 6th position at the moment, as he has had an okay season so far, though, but not quite what he's expected so far. Man from California who won the season 15 championship in this series. Jean Samper from our second in-car camera in the 21 car. She is sliding back just a little bit. Falling right behind Carter Brazen, Zachary Fitzwater, and Johnny Garner, and Quentin Moore in 89. Racing for Souls is what that says on the back of Quentin Moore's Racing for Jesus Chevrolet. And our third camera, of course, lies inside the second place car of Kyle Matthews. And you can tell for Matthews, he wants Wilkesboro on his list of wins, obviously, too, because it says, of course, in the track's history, even though sadly the track is deteriorating badly now, but through the Magic of International Street, there's a 2017 version made for Wilkesboro, as if they were still racing in 17, that is. But anyway, but Matthews right now runs in second place at the moment here. Jesse Turner trying to take second from Matthews. As meantime, Jessica Shelton has pulled away to a rather substantial lead on Kyle Matthews at the moment. Shelton has won at Wilkesboro before, but it came in the Tyson Holly Farms 400 a few seasons back. Has never won the first junior race, and she has a shot at doing so today. That car was very fast in practice and fast in qualifying as well. Well, it has to be fast in qualifying. She started from the pole. As her, Matthews, and Turner were the top 3 cars to watch in this throughout the entire qualifying session. As we watch Keith Batson running in 4th position right now, as he's taken 4th from Cole Deaver. He runs 5th. Charles Sampers in 6th position. Levi McIntyre's in 7th. Zachary Fitzwater's 8th. Johnny Gardner in 9th. 2 of the drivers out of Gardner Motorsports. 39 and 22, both of them Dodges, and Carter Friesen, one of Johnny's quasi teammates, if you will. He's in 10th position as he's trying to hold off Quentin Moore and Gene Sanford at the moment. Friesen with an okay start to the season so far. The only driver in this field from Canada, and it's Stanley Tools Pontiac. As we watch Quentin Moore in 11th position, 12th is Gene Sanford, 13th is Matt McIntyre, who's trying to hold off Rob Evans in 14th, 15th is Dylan Young, 16th is Cat Batson. Chris Dalton, who dominated at Texas, is running 17th. He almost pulled off at Bristol, but came a lap and a half shy of doing so as he got passed with 2 to go by Zachary Fitzwater. But Dalton does have a win this season so far, and a season, as I said, that came into his home state of Texas Motor Speedway. He runs 17th at the moment. Eli Bright's 18th. 19th is Jay Jefferson, and 20th is Mike Becker. As those two slugging it out for that 19th position, Joshua Osborne is in 21st. 22nd is Nathan Hudson. As the Brits are running right together too, Hudson in 38 and Collard in 43. 2 of the drivers from the Jolly Old UK. And both of them driving Toyotas as well here. Hudson in the Great Clips car and Collard in the Auto Value bumper-to-bumper machine. Painted a lot like Richard Petty's 1975 paint scheme, as a matter of fact, on that Toyota. Simon Bloomfield's in 24th position. 25th is William Brock. Zach Winkle's 26th. James Henry's 27th. 28th is Sky Cummins. 29th is Elijah Gordon. Trey Wright's in 30th. Benny Watson's 31st. 32nd is Diego Yepes. Dion Moon's 33rd. Mitchell Collins 34th. He's moved up from 39 starting position. Ashlyn Boyd's 35th. Henry Sanders 36th. 37th is Aiden Shepard. Then you got Bobby Frazier, Vince Almarego, Benjamin Miles, and Ryan Brommer. Those are the last cars running at the moment. But so far it's been Jessica Shelton right from the top of the green flag, as she has led the first 18 laps of this event. It'll be 19 this time by. We will still have 41 laps remaining here in the first Union 400. Shelton, the 4-time series champion, yet to win a race this season there, but she is way she's going right now. She may be on her way to doing so here at this moment. As her lead is maintaining up to about almost 0.4 of a second on Kyle Matthews. Matthews in the DuPont Chevy. Not quite the DuPont Chevy you're used to seeing, by the way, which is, of course, the usual rainbow or flame schemes of Jeff Gordon. But as a matter of fact, Gordon did drive this car. And, Chris Darton's on the pit. Is in the pits. Darton making an unscheduled pit stop as he has fell way back. And I think he's already gone a lap down. As Shelton and Matthews both go by, so put him a second lap down. But anyway, back to what I was saying about Kyle Matthews. That is not the usual Jeff Gordon paint scheme you see it. Not the usual flame scheme, the firestorm scheme, or the or the rainbow scheme that you're accustomed to seeing. But Matthews, nonetheless, is running very well with this car, though. This is the car. In fact, Jeff Gordon drove this car to Busch Race in 1999. I think it was either he or Ricky Hendrick, one of the two. And of course, Gordon known that year for driving the Pepsi Chevrolet in the Busch Series in 99 and 2000. So, interesting facts about that very paint scheme. That there, of course, Matthews right now running in second position at the moment. The man who won the Daytona 500. In fact, that he and Shelton battled it out for the win at Atlanta. Shelton almost won that race, except Matthews had a stronger horse in the last 3 laps of that race, and much to Jess's chagrin, got her in the last laps of that race. Jesse Turner driving the Casey Atwood Castrol colors out of Bruco Motorsports. He runs in third position at the moment. Turner has had some better races the last few times here. He finished 10th in the first few laps at Bristol, last race in the Tour. Keith Batson has been a kind of hit or miss for that number 32 team. And Batson, of course, the man from the state of Maine, there out of driving the 32 car. He's in 4th position at the moment. Cole Deaver's in 5th. Deaver, of course, his claim to fame this season has been the Daytona pole sitter for the Daytona 500, but has not quite had the success that he had last season. As you're looking at already going through lap traffic, Shelton getting by Dalton, and that puts Dalton a 3rd lap down. So that 23 car obviously not on the lead lap. He's now getting passed by Shelton, Matthews, and Jesse Turner. I think that's 3 down as Dalton is right now. Nope, it's a 4th lap down. So not the day Dalton wanted, though. Obviously, he comes in his race 2nd place in the standings behind Kyle Matthews. And with Matthews running 2nd at the moment, though, he is going to obviously balloon that lead going into Martinsville, which is next on the Tour. The shortest and the slowest of the short tracks, and then after that race we go from the shortest and the slowest at Martinsville to the longest and the fastest at Talladega. That's the next 2 races on the Tour. After this one here at Wilkesboro. There is Cole Deaver running 5th position. Charles Sanford running 6th position behind as he's running ahead of his buddy Levi McIntyre. 2 drivers from the opposite ends of the country. Here's Sanford from California and McIntyre from Ohio. As they now try to pull up on Chris Dalton in the 23 machine. Let's see what happens here. Sanford Pulls to the inside lane. On board with Charles Sanford in car number 29. Now let's look from Charles's car, and not far behind him is his sister Jean, who runs in 12th position at the moment, as she's trying to get by, well, lap car Chris Darton, but also trying to get by Quentin Moore and Carter Friesen. And whoa, Jean almost lost to come out that fourth turn as you're riding with her as it happened. She's in 12th, and there is the second place car, Kyle Matthews, the third in-car camera. And he knows, and it's right there. The lead's right there ahead of him. Trying to get by Jessica Shelton. Catch him's one thing, but pass him's a whole nother story. Laps clicking off, though. We're down to 23 to go here at North Wilkesboro Speedway as Jesse Turner close up to behind of Matthews' car. He's in third place at the moment. Single file for most of the field there. They see Matt McIntyre in 13th position, having a pretty good run. Rob Evans also with a good run, running in 14th position, excuse me. Dylan Young in 15th. Kat Batson in the Ford number 9, running in 16th position. And Eli Bright's kind of in the cabooses pack. He's in 17th at the moment. Mike Becker 18th. Again, the 23 car is not on the lead lap. Joshua Osborne of the 19th position. Last time we was talking about him, he was running 21st, and he's moved up not much, but considerably a little bit. Jay Jefferson in 20th position. 21st is Nathan Hudson as he's trying to close up on Jefferson's car. Simon Bloomfield running 22nd, and there's Joshua Collard 23rd. In 24th is William Brock. And that 40th place car of Ryan Brommer, he is not far ahead of that lead pack though. So Shelton about to come up on some lap traffic here. That lap traffic gets any of those three cars any trouble though. Keith Batson could close up on this pack of cars as he is about a second and a half back of the third place car. Come off corner number 4. We have now 17 laps remaining in this race for car number 17. Lycos is sponsoring that car, Shelton's car. That's, of course, unfortunately no longer a company, no longer in existence, a company in existence now, as it was and all started back in 98, 99. But anyway, that was Matt Kins' first sponsor, by the way, on his Busch car. And in fact, won at Rockingham that season as well, too. In fact, dominated that race at Rockingham. That, of course, caught the attention of many a car owner. And, of course, look where Kansas at now. So, former Cup Series champion and winner of a lot of races in his own right. But anyway, but Shelton has close up on Ryan Brommer as quick as I'm saying all that story and everything. As Kyle Matthews is now close up on Shelton's car again as they come off turn number 4. 14 laps to go here in the first Union 400. Matthews has stayed close to Shelton all race long. On board Kyle Matthews' car. Roof came from that DuPont Chevrolet. Matthews up to 140 miles an hour into turn number 3. Down about 95 in the middle of 3 and 4. And 142 miles an hour into turn number 1. And down to about 99 in the middle of 1 and 2. Matthews kind of stumbled a bit, come off that turn though, but the margin is now 22 hundredths of a second between that first and second place cars. Shelton trying to find a way around that 5 car before Matthews gets to her as they come off that 4th turn. Shelton looks low on the track here. Matthews to the outside. And Brommer throws the block on Shelton. Shelton, I'm sure, getting a little bit frustrated at that 5 car right now. 10 laps to go. 9 to go this time by. Matthews up on the back bumper of the 17 car now. A rivalry renewed from that race in Atlanta when those two battled out for the win there. Matthews is backed off a little bit. Now Jesse Turner's pulled up to the back bumper of him and trying to pull back. And here comes Matthews up on out on the inside of Shelton. He looks to the inside. Nope. Shelton slams her on him at the moment, though. Shelton, like I said, frustrated with that 5 car right now as they come off that 2nd turn. Matthews to the outside. And nothing doing there. Meantime, Turner looked to the inside of Matthews for 2nd place. They come off the 4th turn. 7 to go. And all this is letting Keith Batson close up right now. Batson and Devers now may turn this from a 3 car race to a 5 car race for the win, possibly as they come off turn number 2. 6 to go, 5.5 now. I'm surprised Shelton's not put the bumper to that 5 car just yet as they come off that 4th turn. And Brommer again throws the block now with 5 to go. Matthews closes up once again, though, as they come down now for 4 laps to go. Who's it going to be in the first Union 400? Well, we're about to find out here. Don't place your bets just yet. Matthews on the bumper of Shelton's car again. Matthews to the air. Brommer to the high side. Shelton to the low side. Brommer. And Shelton says, "Enough's enough, Ryan. I'm coming your way." And she finally dips low on Ryan Brommer's car, and now Turner looks on Matthews for 2nd place. Here comes Jesse Turner in 27. He has moved Kyle Matthews off the track, and Turner's going to take 2nd place, but Matthews fights back on the outside of the track. And the yellow flag's flown on with 2 to go. Turner looks to the low side of Shelton's car. And a lot of the cars have stopped right there. A lot of the cars have stopped at this point on the track, I think, on turn number 4. Johnny Garner has crashed. Jessica Shelton's going to be a winner of the race. There she is behind the pace car. And yep, Shelton is going to take it. We are going to look again as to what happened to cause the yellow flag to fly, but Jessica Shelton is going to be your winner of is going to win the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro. 2nd, we'll go to Kyle Matthews. 3rd to Jesse Turner, I think. Yet Turner's going to be 3rd. Batson's going to be 4th. And 5th position now is going to be Zachary Fitzwater. Charles Sanford 6th. 7th will go to Rob Evans. Gene Sanford 8th. Eli Bright somehow got 9th. And Dylan Young somehow is going to get 10th. So Jessica Shelton will win the first Union 400 here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. We'll take a look at what happened that caused that yellow flag to fly with 2 to go. And it was the cars of Johnny Gardner and Simon Bloomfield. Gardner was running in the 9th position when his car apparently blew up. Yep, the engine blew up on that number 22 Discount Tires Dodge. And watch Bloomfield's going to come in right about this point. No, Gardner just stops on the track and Bloomfield rams him. Elijah Gordon's going to get him, but he wasn't going to get him. Dollarton and Shelton and Matthews just barely squeezed their way through that crash. And there was the gaggle across the line that happened from, I think it was about 3rd place on down. Well, we'll see if this view works right here. There's Gardner stopped on the track, and about this point, and here's how everybody's going to squeak through. There's Shelton and Matthews squeezing through their way through the crash. So to turn it to the low side, everybody stops at this point. Deaver actually spun, trying to avoid the crash. And there's where everybody just that was a mess and a half. And there again, you watch Jessica Shelton take the win here at North Wilkesboro. But I mean that was one crazy finish. We went from nothing happening to this happening. We have in-car cameras in all 3 cars though, and let's take a look from the camera view from all 3 of the machines that crashed, or not crashed, but got through it. First from Kyle Matthews' view. So that was Kyle's view of the crash. Now from Gene Samper's view. And just ahead of her was our 3rd in-car camera. That was from Charles Sanford's car. And I suspect he and Gene's going to have the same view. So Charles, after all that, comes across the line, finishing in 6th position, and that was sakes alive, what a mess that was. So all that was happening, and Jessica Shelton squeezes her way through the crash, and she gets the win here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. She takes home the first GTM 400. Kyle Matthews again was 2nd position, and Jesse Turner, Keith Badson, Zachary Fitzwater the top 5, Charles Saper, Rob Evans, Gene Sanford, Eli Bright, and Dylan Young the top 10. Rest of the order for you here: Mike Becker, Joshua Osborne, Matt McIntyre, Cole Deaver, Carter Friesen the top 15, Levi McIntyre, Quentin Moore, Kat Batson, Jay Jefferson, and Nathan Hudson the top 20 in today's event. Rest of the finishing order for you here today: Collard, Brock, Henry, Commons, Bloomfield, Winkle, Wright, Collins, Yepes, Almarego, Shepard, Boyd, Frazier, Brommer, Moon, Henry Sanford in 36, Benjamin Miles, Elijah Gordon, Johnny Gardner out because of a crash. A shame for Gardner. He was running ninth when this all happened, when he blew up, coming to coming to the white flag. Benny Watson was 40th and Chris Dallerton was 41st. Watson was 3 down and Dallerton was 5 laps down. And Elijah Gordon somehow ended up 2 laps down. So, a clean race for the first, 58 and a half laps. And then madness just implodes on coming to the white flag. And I seriously did. I seriously thought that when the leaders were coming toward that crash, I thought the leaders were in it for sure. And it was going to be one of those it's going to be one of those God knows who's going to end up winning this race. But lucky for Jessica Shelton, she squeezed her way through the crash, and as I said, gets her first Union 400 victory and her second victory ever at North Wilkesboro, as she takes home the title here today. So that's the story for North Wilkesboro Speedway. We'll be heading to Martinsville next on the tour. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NRSS gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA sets call desires for this channel. And please be sure to check out Seth's Cavalcade series, including the Hershey's Cup series, the Pizza Hut X series, Last Month's Live series, the Coors Light Truck series, and the Skittles Super Speedway series as well. Be sure to check those races out, as well as the Duracell Cup series that's coming soon to this channel, as of course of this recording. And also be sure to check out our other NNSCRA series, including Michael Norman's Bowmaster All Pro series, which is also included on this channel. And of course to watch the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series from Thrashmania 899, Levi McIntyre. Subscribe to his channel, Thrashmania 899. Be sure to subscribe to that channel to catch the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. So anyway, a lot of offline series under the NNSCRA umbrella, and you will not regret checking those races out neither. So 8 races are in the books, and North Wilkesboro is done. Well, at least until we get back here later in the season for the Holly Farms 400. Congratulations again to Jessica Shelton, the winner of the first Union 400. And for now, it's James Qualls with a production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best. We'll see you at Martinsville.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?